You face your fear, you face your fear, and you face your fear. I felt like I was behind. I woke up one day and I was like, so much time has passed me by. And I feel like I'm just so behind. Is it really possible to catch up? And sometimes you're catching up to like your dreams, sometimes you're catching up to yourself. Other times you're catching up to the perception that the world has of you. You are listening to Tequila with Tiffany. And this is where every single week I take a moment, take a deep breath, and do my best to tell you where I am today and what lessons I've had to learn as a CEO, running companies, my time with my team, my time with my family, and the truth of how do you actually win. And if you write down something, I promise you'll be stronger in less than 7 days. So I'm behind because I got sick and I just felt like the world left me behind in some pieces. And I didn't realize how much I had gone quiet. And only until a couple of weeks ago did I started to hear the depth of which I had gone quiet. And you don't realize where you are because you think you're in one place, but it takes someone else who either cares about you or loves you to go, you someone else. You're not in the right place. Now, be clear, I didn't say that I wasn't in the right place, but one of the things that I left behind was book tour. I wrote a book last year and it's everywhere. So, um it's everywhere. I wrote a book. It's accessible, but we never launched it. We didn't launch it because I was sick. We didn't launch it because we came back and the whole world was on fire. You have to go do other things. But just the other day, someone said to me, "Man, it'd be so cool if you would come to my city." And then they were like, "It would be so cool if you came to my city and you came to my city with the book." And then we started entertaining the idea of whether or not we could do something and whether or not we had the wherewithal to actually. I got Jack today. If you have a drink, please do me a favor and add it to a picture in the comments because I won't see what you're drinking. That is a heavy pour. Why am I like that? Why can't I just pour light things like everybody else? Because I'll be like, I'll pour, I'll look over here, you know, smell the air and do a bunch of other things conveniently. Who am I really? I have this big bottle and this little can. Now you know what's really happening. But so I am thinking to myself, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to not allow time to dictate what I was meant to do. It's easy to feel behind and it's easy to stay in that feeling because everything you point at and shows you that you haven't caught up and there's really no way to catch up. You ever felt like that? Where you want to catch up, but there's no way to catch up. And so you just kind of say, forget it. The challenge or problem with that is that not only can you not forget it, but if you forget it, then everybody else will too. But at some point, that thing was important. So what do you do? Right now, my day has been built focused with these kind of simple objectives. One, I said out loud what it is that I knew needed to happen. When was the last time you just said it out loud? Like whatever it is you've been trying to make happen in this life. I said it out loud because it was like I couldn't allow my fear of the truth to over, and my fear can win in silence, but my fear couldn't win out loud. Does that make sense? Like my fear could win in silence inside of me, but my fear couldn't win out loud. My fear couldn't win out loud no matter what I did. The other thing that I did was I shared my I shared with other people. One of the dumbest ideas ever was build in silence and be in silence and do in silence and create in silence. And as tempting as that is, what I do in silence and create in silence. And as tempting as that is, here we go. Okay, as tempting as that is, what I don't want you to believe is that you're going to create in silence, build in silence, and do in silence, and you're going to create something that you actually want. And the reason why I say that is because you need people. Like we all need people. One of the biggest delusions ever, I feel like, is feeling or thinking that we don't need people. You know what I need? I know what I need right now. I need somebody. I need somebody. Hold on, everybody. I need somebody. I need somebody. You know who I need? I need Matt. I'm trying to find Matt's number and I can't figure out the last time I called him. This is bad. You know, you start scrolling and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna find it." Matt, why am I not calling you on a regular basis? That's pretty awkward. So sometimes it's hard to acknowledge or acknowledge to yourself what you need because sometimes you're afraid of what you need. You're also afraid of what you want. And being afraid of what you need and being afraid of what you want is almost like um it's I feel like it's that silent killer that until I say it out loud, there's really no possibility of me getting what I need or what I want. As long as it stays inside of me and as long as it stays quiet, then the world is it's possible. Oh man, I have to stop this. I'm dead serious. I know. I have to stop this. We have technical difficulties. I'm gonna be right back. I promise. I'm gonna be right back. And I'm gonna do this